Different shifts of consciousness occurred at different time periods, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. I consider myself extremely lucky to have been in those spaces when those things were starting to become revived. I think a big part of it was hokule'a at that time. I think a big part of it was kaho'olawe. At the same time, fast forward a little bit, and then you had what we call the hula revival of the 70s and the 80s, and you had, people were, our lahui was connecting to their culture, although from the outside, by being spectators, of Merry Monarch, say, for instance. That grew and affected like a ripple, and then, the Olelo Hawaii movement with Punana Leo and all of that all came, kind of same time, kind of separate. I remember one of the first mass ceremonies that we did that was put together by Puakana Helema, and which created, I think, and I could be wrong, but this is my recollection, when we were gathered at the state capitol to protest and to do ceremony and protest about native gathering rights. And so people came, our kanaka came from all over, everywhere, and converged onto the capitol, and that's when we did started 24-hour vigils, right? Every hour, on the hour, we did this chant and this chant and this chant, and it was profound, and it was connective, and the consciousness became broader. We gave each other permission to be amongst each other. That was my first experience. And then, fast forward a little bit, more ceremony was coming, ealae for sunrise, all that kind of things were starting to become part of what we do as practitioners. And that was one piece. I remember there was the Year of the Hawaiian. Interesting concept now, but that was a big thing for us back in the 80s, and the ceremony that was conducted for that particular time was we did ceremony collectively, same time, same place, on every high peak on every island. So we had to, get our watches and, make sure that we all was chanting all the same thing, and stuff. And we found that there was power in that, and connectivity in that. And that added to our pride, that added to our consciousness.